You are thinking right now, and you know you are thinking. But here is the strange part. George, you cannot stop. You have tried. Maybe last night, lying in bed, running the same conversation on repeat. Maybe this morning, replaying a decision you made 3 years ago, you tell yourself to stop. And then you think about telling yourself to stop. And somehow, that makes it worse. This is what your brain does when it cannot find an exit. And it happens to almost everyone. Psychologists call it rumination, but that word does not quite capture what it actually feels like. It feels like a loop with no off switch. Like your mind grabbed onto something and will not let go, no matter how much you want it to. Here is what most people get wrong about overthinking. They believe it is a thinking problem, something broken in their logic, a sign they are too anxious, too weak, or not disciplined enough. They try to think their way out of it. They make lists. They analyze every angle. They replay the scenario from every possible direction. And none of it helps. Because the problem is not in your thoughts. The problem is in your brain's survival system. Psychologist Susan Nolan Hoeksema at Yale University spent decades studying rumination. What she found was striking. Overthinking is not random. It is the brain's attempt to solve a problem it cannot solve. It is your threat detection system misfiring in the modern world. Think about this for a moment. Your brain evolved to keep you alive in an environment of immediate physical danger. A predator, a rival, a storm. In that world, replaying a threatening event over and over made sense. You needed to analyze what went wrong so you would survive the next time. That mental loop was protective. It was adaptive. It may have saved your ancestors' lives. But the modern world does not work that way. The threats you face today are not physical. They are social. They are abstract. A comment your colleague made, a message you sent and regretted, a decision that could go wrong in 100 different ways. These are not problems your brain can solve by running them on repeat. But your brain does not know that. It keeps running the loop anyway, waiting for a resolution that never comes. Neuroscientist Marcus Rachiel at Washington University discovered what happens in your brain during these moments. When your mind is not focused on an external task, it defaults to a network of regions he called the default mode network. This network activates during mind-wandering, self-reflection, and, crucially, rumination. It is your brain's idle state. And for many people, that idle state becomes a trap. The more you try to suppress a thought, the stronger it comes back. Harvard psychologist Daniel Wegner called this the ironic process theory. When you tell yourself not to think about something, a part of your brain starts monitoring for that exact thought to check whether you are thinking it. And in the act of monitoring, it finds it. Every time. So the harder you fight the loop, the tighter it becomes. There is also something else happening. Overthinking creates a feeling of control. It feels like you're doing something. Like if you think about the problem long enough, you will finally crack it. You will find the answer that makes the anxiety disappear. But research shows this is an illusion. A 2017 study published in the journal Clinical Psychological Science found that people who ruminated the most were not more likely to solve their problems. They were more likely to feel worse about them. The loop does not produce answers. It produces more loops. Now here is the counterintuitive part. The solution is not to think better. It is to stop trying to solve the unsolvable. Your brain keeps running the loop because it believes, on some deep level, that the perfect analysis is just one more thought away. Breaking that belief is what actually ends the cycle. Psychologist Ethan Kross at the University of Michigan found something remarkable. When people use their own name to talk to themselves, instead of saying, "I don't know what to do," saying, "Milan, what do you actually need right now?" They were significantly better at regulating their emotions and reducing rumination. The simple act of psychological distance, of stepping outside the loop and looking at it changed how the brain processed the threat. You do not need to solve the thought, you need to observe it. Think about what that means for your life today. How many hours have you spent inside a loop that was never going to resolve? How many nights did your brain stay awake trying to analyze something that did not have an analyzable answer? The loop was not a sign that you needed to think more. It was a signal that your threat detection system was overloaded. And the fastest way out was never deeper into the problem. So it was always a step back from it. This is what overthinking actually is. It is your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do in a world it was not designed for. It is not a flaw. It is a feature running at the wrong time. If this made you think, leave a like. Write in the comments. Have you noticed this about yourself? And subscribe if you want more content like this. You started this video with a thought you could not stop. Now you know why. And knowing why is the beginning of the way out.